Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dion the Peon, and today we're gonna go through 2022 fashion trends, but only using clothes that we already own. Because remember, the most sustainable clothing is the ones that are Remember that the most sustainable clothing is the clothes that you already have in your closet. Use what you have. And when it comes to fashion trends since the beginning of fashion have always circled back to the past. It's usually a 20-year gap. So 2020 fashion is very representative of the early 2000s. 2010 fashion really harkened back to Y2K, and Y2K harkened back to the 60s and 70s. And so it's really easy to thrift and even just look through your closet and already find the trends, since they're always circling back. What I want to show you guys today is how fun it is to play around with fashion and go through the trends. Remember that trends literally don't matter. You can wear whatever you want, but I do like trends in the way that they push me to change and rethink items in my closet. The outfits that I created for these trends are a little bit unhinged. I'm not gonna lie, they're a little bit crazy, but I think they're so cool, and it has made me really excited to just go weird with it this year in 2022. So before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post videos every single Thursday. We're reading books. We are doing sustainable lifestyle things. We're thrifting. We're dressing up. We're being cottagecore queens. We're doing a lot. I'm a multifaceted human being. So definitely subscribe and let's get into it. All right, so I got these trends from Vogue.com and from Modern Girls' video on YouTube about the 2022 fashion trends that they're predicting, and then what Vogue has already predicted via the runway. So I liked having both of these aspects because, of course, like, trends that get passed down to us plebeians are distributed and chosen, hi JJ, by the people at Vogue, hence that Devil Wears Prada.
And then Cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin.
But with social media and micro trends cycling so quickly, honestly, the way to really have your pulse on the trends is through things like TikTok, YouTube, influencers, etc. Because sometimes the higher ups can't keep up with what's going down, and something can become a trend overnight. So the first trend that Vogue says is going to be all the rage for 2022 is micromania. Super tiny mini skirts, and I can definitely agree with this and see this, especially with the Modern Girls trend predictions of the Y2K revival. We were all about those teeny tiny skirts, and of course Y2K is influenced by the 60s twiggy mini dresses, so it makes a lot of sense, especially with iconic characters such as Fran Drescher from The Nanny, which is now on streaming services, so people are remembering how much of a fashion icon she is. For my mini skirt, I decided to go with this Lily Pulitzer miniskirt. It's tiny and it's about as short as I'm willing to go, and I really like playing up with proportions, and I feel like the 90s were all about matching sets, and so I kind of took the pink and green in the skirt and did a slightly different green top over a sheer turtleneck, again sort of giving homage to the 90s turtleneck and miniskirt vibe without just copying it. And then I have this tote bag which is pink and green as well, and then go-go boots to sort of tie in the 60s, 90s, and modern day trend that is the mini skirt, sort of paying homage to all the eras that the mini skirt has dominated. The next trend that Vogue claims is going to be all the rage in 2022 are the motorcycle diaries, motorcycle jackets. I'm not a big fan of moto jackets. I took this leather bomber jacket that I thrifted and put it atop a very Y2K cropped sweater vest, sort of giving that academia aesthetic that's also been super trendy lately, and pairing it with some trousers. And I just wanted, this is such a basic outfit that I wanted to do something different. So I thought the irony of like Converse with this very Victorian purse was really cute. I like the beiges. I like that it's, my sort of inspiration with this is that like bisexual guy who wears eyeliner, like putting on a little bit of for a little dainty purse, but beat up Converse, but a crop top, but a bomber jacket. I like all the variations, and I think that because it's confusing and ironic, it works. The next trend that both the Modern Girls and Vogue agreed on was color is going to be everything. Gone were the day of neutrals and back is color. That never really left my style. I'm a very colorful person. That is just where I just feel like fashion is so much more fun when you're colorful. With this look, I really wanted to just give the people what they wanted. I'm wearing this super patterned patchwork textured skirt, also from Lily Pulitzer, that I thrifted, with this bright coral top, which is very Y2K in the sense of like it's cropped, it's sheer, it's kind of bustling. And then I wanted to do my big chunky Hope McCulley, again harkening to the kidcore, kindercore sort of style that Modern Girls has been predicting and that has been all the rage in 2021, but adding it to a very Y2K aesthetic and then bringing it back with a very controversial piece, which are my Jack Roger wedges. I love these. A little espadrille, a flip-flop, they're metallic. I'm Florida trash, and so a heeled flip-flop will never be out of style for me, but I like how that just brings it back to sort of chuggy 90s, and I love it. I think this is so cute. It's so out there and stupid. I love it, and with a tiny little purse, it's such a good outfit. It's so good. I love this outfit. The next trend that Vogue predicts is that sort of capes and things that are flowing in the back behind you, high-lows, etc., will be all the rage, which makes sense because the 2010s are coming back and high-low was all the rage back then. I'm not sure how people are gonna feel about this outfit. Okay, this is definitely gonna be like a love-hate outfit. I think it looks so fierce. JJ, why are you always in frame? I have been really wanting to get into the socks and shoes trend. I love colored stockings. I like that the gold and the black pick up this. I love the chunky knit added to the gown because I feel like it dresses down the gown, and then the black and brown purse help dress it down, and it just pulls it all together. The kind of I don't care up hair, like, because the whole trend is in the back, so I like the up hair. I like the fact that, like, yes, I guess the back is sort of plain, but there's so much going on trailing behind me, the high-low, that I still feel like it fits the trend, and I really like it. Like, when I'm walking behind, I feel like there's a lot of, when I'm walking, I feel like there's a lot of movement, a lot of stuff trailing behind, the surprise back. I think it's really cool, and then even without the coat, this back has something cool and it still like trails behind. So I feel like it really works for this trend. So I wanted a lot of flowy pieces, and I love the idea of taking something that's very fancy and kind of toning it down. The gold and black stripes pick up the gold and black that's in the dress. I just think looks so good with the heels. I think this is really cool. I think this is really avant-garde. I don't think a lot of people will like it, but I think it looks really fierce. The next trend that Vogue says is gonna be all the rage is stripes, and that sort of makes sense, especially with the revival of twee culture that is coming back and all over social media. I think it makes sense for stripes to also make a comeback. For this, I wanted to go very simple. I sort of try to do a French version of like a very French Scandinavian summer vibe. So I'm tucking in this dress that I got from a thrift store in Paris into my Levi high looses, and then putting the striped jacket on top. I like the contrasting stripes, and I'm using the belt from the dress as a belt in the jeans. Again, having multiple stripes going different ways, and then just doing simple mules. I think it's a very simple outfit, but it's so chic, it's so effective. I really like it. The next trend is that all white is gonna be a big thing. Modern Girls didn't really bring this up. I don't really know where this is coming from, but I do love an all white moment, and for this, we went really simple with it. I'm letting the gown do all the talking in this. My mom got this gown in Turkey for me, which is amazing. I have these little bloomers underneath just because it's kind of sheer. And I really didn't want to over accessorize. I think with this, I wanted to go very Serena van der Woodsen at the white party. Just very Greek goddess, but simple, don't mess with it. And there's nothing I love more than a camel brown, a deep brown with white, especially in the summertime. So I have these chunky heels, and then I just went with the same muted Victorian purse that we saw in the second outfit. I didn't want to do a brown purse. I didn't want to do anything that would draw too much attention. And this purse is so dainty and demure that I think it adds a little style, a little old money to it without overshadowing the dress. It really lets the dress shine, and I love it. The next trend that Vogue predicts, I feel like is already a trend, and also I think it's stupid. So they're calling it the new sexy, super sheer, super tight, and super short. The new sexy, like, as opposed to what? That's always been sexy. Sheer, tight, short.
Well, they're showing a lot of florals right now, so I was thinking I could
Florals?
do a shoot.
For spring. Groundbreaking.
So I was sort of like, I don't really, whatever. But I wanted to participate, and so I went with this sort of backless, I call it my birthday dress, mini dress that I absolutely love, that has lace detailing. So it has the short and tight part down, and then I put this glittery top on top, very Euphoria, to sort of do the sheer aspect. I wanted to wear my Argyle sheer knee socks in this photo, but I couldn't find them. I have no idea where they are, which is annoying because I just got them. But I was gonna do that with the sparkly heels, doing another controversial sock and heel combo, but I thought that the sheerness would just kind of make it a little bit less basic than it is now. And then I'm wearing these silver sparkly heels that are so uncomfortable, but I always wear them when it comes to being sparkly and glittery. I like this outfit. I don't see how it's a new innovative trend. I think it's been basically a staple for club wear overall, but it's a cute outfit. So the next outfit is also, or the next trend that Vogue claims is going to be all the rage, again, sort of goes in the same theme. It's glitter, sequins, and like chainmail, which I actually think just fits better than the new sexy, because that is very 90s, this sort of like garish, gaudy couture. And I don't really have that. I mentioned in one of my New Year's videos that I want to thrift more cocktail attire, because that's just an aspect of my wardrobe that I'm really missing. But I wanted to just do a very different twist on what people would do with this trend. So I'm wearing this super sparkly metallic gold maxi dress, but I have this sort of chained knit rust color on top that gives a gleam, and it has the chain aspect stitching, but it's just not so obvious. I'm wearing cowgirl boots just because I think that's very Y2K, and I am adding this chained purse from Rebecca Minkoff that I got in the 2010s, which were the it purse back then. And so I think it's very true to the revival of Y2K, and it has that metallic chainmail aspect to it without being overly obvious or gaudy. And I really like this. I think this is something that you would see like at an Anthropologie sort of type of vibe, very free people. I really enjoyed this outfit, and I think it's a different take on this trend that Vogue is predicting. The next trend they're calling the Millennium Bug, which is sort of those butterfly top like style tops and pants from the early 90s. Think Destiny's Child, think Mariah Carey. And I feel like this has sort of been in, it started becoming in last year, but okay Vogue, like I'll work with it. When I think of like 90s Y2K, I think of headscarves and very, very flowy. So I really wanted to do that like 90s Destiny's Child red carpet vibe. So I had this flowy skirt with this butterfly style top, and then a big dramatic headscarf. And then to drive it home with that 90s vibe, I'm once again wearing those gold espadrilles, and I'm matching the espadrilles with this floral straw bag. I think it just adds that sort of tacky beach coconut girl aesthetic that was so in last year, that was in during the Y2K era, and just driving it home, and it's so over the top, but it's so fabulous, and I really like how this outfit turned out. All right, so the final outfit, again, I feel like has always been in and has been in for the past couple of years, but it's tailored suits. Matching suit sets were super in the 90s, and they're definitely making a comeback. I really wanted to, I also believe, and Modern Girls mentioned this, that colored tights, colored stockings are going to make a comeback, and I have been saying that for years. Between academia aesthetics and the Gossip Girl, like early 2000s, 2010s aesthetic coming back, and the twee revival, I wanted to sort of do Wes Anderson does Blair Waldorf. And so I have these autumn tones in my turtleneck and in the purse, mixed with the very preppy tones of my dress, and then the tailored jacket on top, and then the colored tights and loafers. I think it's very Blair Waldorf, but then it has this Wes Anderson sort of boho undertone that I think is just a little bit different and elevated and more modern than just doing Blair Waldorf from 2008. I love a good tailored suit. I'm actually like looking for a suit to wear, but I just think like this oversized blazer on top of the very short dress gives that sort of mini skirt 90s revival homage, and then adding in sort of the like very disheveled, so like quirky twee aspect to it, I think is really gonna be in trend for this year. Alrighty friends, so that is gonna be it for today's video. I really liked almost all of these outfits so much. There's a couple that I'm like, I want to tinker with a little bit, but I think they're really cool. Definitely let me know, which trend do you think you'll be trying out for 2022? Are you gonna get more colorful? Are you gonna be doing more mini skirts? Are you gonna go full 90s? Let me know, and let me know which outfit was your favorite. Don't let me know which outfit was your least favorite, because I have a couple guesses of the controversial ones, but I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram because I post content there almost every single day, and subscribe to my channel because I post videos every Thursday. And with that, have a happy day. Bye.